My name is Aisha. I am 32 years old. Please listen to my story fully. Do not stop in the middle. This story is from my real heart. It is very emotional. It is about love, pain, tears, and strength. It is about how I became strong when I felt broken. It is about how I learned to love myself again. If you have ever loved someone with all your heart, but they did not love you back the same way, then this story is for you. Please sit and read it slowly. Feel the words, feel the pain, feel the hope. Maybe you will cry. Maybe you will smile. But in the end, I hope you will feel something warm inside your heart that it all started when I met him. His name was Armen. He was tall. He had kind eyes. His smile was soft and sweet. When he looked at me, I felt like I was the only woman in the world. He made me feel special. I was not rich. I was not famous. I was just a simple woman with 3 beautiful daughters. I worked hard every day as a taxi driver. Life was not easy. But when Armen came into my life, everything felt bright. It felt like the sun was shining only for me. He used to call me every morning. "Good morning, my star." He said, "Did you sleep well?" And I smiled. My heart smiled. "No one ever called me a star before," I said once. "You are my star," he said. "You light up my dark sky." I believed him. Every word. Every sweet word. I believed that we talked every night. Sometimes until 1 or 2 in the morning. We laughed. We shared stories. I told him about my past. About my daughters. About my dreams. He listened. He said he liked my voice. He said he liked my laugh. "I wanna grow old with you," he said. My heart danced out one day. He came to me. He brought flowers. Red roses. For my queen, he said. I was shy. I had never been treated like this before. He took my hand and kissed it. My heart melted. Days passed. Weeks passed. Every day felt like a dream. I started to believe he was the one. The man who would love me forever. The man who would protect me. The man who would stand by me in every season and every storm. Then one evening, he said something new. "Aisha, I want to marry you." I was shocked. "Really?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "You are the one I prayed for." I cried. Tears came from my eyes, but they were happy tears. I felt I had won the world. I told my daughters. They smiled too. They said, "Mom, you look so happy," and I was. I really was, but life is strange. Very strange. One night, Armen called me. His voice was cold. "I think we need to talk," he said. "About what?" I asked. "About us," he said. My heart began to beat fast. Something was wrong, very wrong, he said. "I think I'm not ready." I thought I was, but I'm not. I froze. "What do you mean?" I asked. He was quiet. Then he said, "I'm sorry, Aisha. I don't think I can do this." My hands were shaking. "You said you loved me," I whispered. "I thought I did," he said. "That maybe I was wrong." That night, something inside me broke. Like glass falling to the ground. I could not sleep. I cried all night. I held my pillow and cried into it. I asked myself again and again, was I not enough? Next day, I did not go to work. My daughters asked, "Mom, are you okay?" I smiled, but it was a broken smile. Yes, my angels, I'm fine. But inside, I was not fine. I felt like my world had ended. Days passed. I kept checking my phone. I hoped he would call. I hoped he would say, "I made a mistake. I love you." But the call never came. 1 week, 2 weeks. 1 month, nothing. I started to think maybe he never loved me. Maybe it was all a lie. One evening, I sat near the window. I looked at the stars. I remembered his words, "You are my star." And I cried again. I said, "If I am a star, why did you leave me in the dark?" Then something happened. My youngest daughter came to me. She held my hand. "Mom," she said softly, "you don't need anyone to call you a star. You already are." Her words touched me deeply. I looked at her. Her eyes were full of love. She hugged me. "You are the strongest person I know." She said and just like that, my heart started to heal. I looked at my daughters, 3 beautiful girls with kind hearts, strong minds, and big dreams. They were watching me. They were learning from me, If I stayed broken, they would feel broken too. I stood up. I wiped my tears. I said, "I will not cry for someone who cannot see my worth." I looked in the mirror. I saw a woman, tired, yes, hurt, yes, but still standing. I began to smile again. Slowly, bit by bit, I went back to work. I talked to people. I laughed with my passengers. Some days were hard. Some nights I cried quietly, but each morning I told myself, "You are strong, Azisha. You are a star. You shine even in the dark." I began to do small things that made me happy. I painted. With my daughters, I cooked new dishes. I played old songs. I danced alone in the kitchen. One day, my eldest daughter said, "Mom, you look beautiful today." And I smiled. A real smile. Then one quiet morning, I got a message on my phone. It was from Armen. He wrote, "I miss you." I looked at the message. My hands did not shake this time. I smiled gently. I replied, "I don't miss you." He sent another message. "Can we meet?" I did not reply because I had learned something very big. Love does not hurt you. People who do not understand love, they hurt you. And when someone walks away, do not chase them. If they see your value, they will stay. If they don't, let them go. You are not here to beg for love. You are here to give love, but also to receive it. I thought he loved me, but now I love me, That is more powerful. That is more beautiful, Please. If you are reading this, remember, you are enough, You are worthy. Even if someone leaves you, you still have you, Hold your heart gently, Say kind words to yourself. And know that love, real love, will find you. Maybe in another person, maybe in a friend, maybe in your child's smile, maybe in your own eyes, but it will come. You don't need to run after Dot, just be you. Your heart will shine. Again, just like mine did. Dot. Days passed and the seasons began to change. The cold days of my heartbreak turned into warm evenings of peace. I no longer waited for his call. I no longer cried for the past. Something beautiful had started growing inside me. It was not from any man. It was from my own soul. I was learning how to live again. Not as someone's maybe, but as my own yes. One morning, I was driving my taxi and an old lady sat in the back seat. She looked tired, so I smiled at her in the mirror. Where do you want to go, Auntie? I asked kindly. Dot. She gave me the address and said softly, Thank you, daughter. You remind me of my own child. We drove in silence for a while, then she began to talk. My daughter died many years ago, she said, but she had your smile. I looked at her in the mirror again. Her eyes were full of tears. She was strong, she said, but love broke her. My heart stopped for a moment. That feeling, that word, broke. I understand, I said quietly. She looked at me with surprise. Did love break you too? She asked. I nodded. It did, I whispered. But then I stood up again. She reached her hand to the front seat and touched my shoulder. I am proud of you, she said. That small sentence from a woman I had never met before made my heart feel warm. Sometimes strangers see our pain more than people we love. And sometimes strangers help us heal. That night, I told my daughters about the old lady. They sat close to me on the bed and listened. My middle daughter said, Mom, maybe God sent her to remind you how strong you are. I looked at my girls. Their eyes were full of hope. Full of belief. They believed in me. Even when I stopped believing in myself. And then I asked them, do you know what love really means? They looked at me and waited. Love, I said, is not words. It is actions. It is care. It is staying even when things get hard. Real love never makes you cry alone every night. Real love does not walk away. They nodded. My eldest daughter said, Then you gave real love, Mom. Tears filled my eyes because yes, I did. I gave real love. I gave it with all my heart, and maybe he didn't see it. But that does not mean it was not real. It means he was not ready for it, and that is not my fault. If someone gives you a diamond and you throw it away, the diamond is still a diamond. I was still a diamond. I was still a star. The next few months brought many little joys. I started saving some money. I opened a small account for my daughters. I wanted them to feel safe in life. I started writing in a notebook every night. Just small thoughts, things I was thankful for. One night I wrote, Today I made a child laugh at my taxi. Today I made a lady smile with my story. Today I smiled at myself in the mirror. Small things, but they felt big in my heart. I stopped waiting for big love stories. I started living small love moments, like a cup of tea in peace, like watching my daughter sleep, like hearing an old song that made me remember my childhood. One evening, while cleaning the kitchen, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number. Hello? I answered. Is this icy? A man asked. Yes, I said carefully. I took your taxi today, he said. You dropped me at the hospital. I forgot my file in your car. Oh, I said. Yes, I remember. You were in a rush. I'm sorry, he said. Can I come and take it? I gave him the address of the taxi stop. Later, he came and took the file. He smiled and said, You have a kind voice. Thank you for your help. That was all, just a smile, just a kind word. But that night I thought, not all men are like Armen. There are still kind people, gentle people, people who do not break hearts, and maybe one day someone will come into my life who will not walk away. But till then, I am complete. I am not waiting for someone to save me. I already saved myself. I want you, yes, you who is reading this, to know something. Please listen with your heart. You are not broken. Just because someone left, you are not weak. Just because you cried. Crying shows. You have a heart. Loving shows you are brave. And standing up again, that shows you are strong. People will hurt you. Yes, people will lie. Yes, people will promise and then walk away. Yes, but you will still rise. You will still shine because your heart is bigger than pain, because your soul is deeper than tears, and because love, real love, starts with you. Look at yourself in the mirror today. Say to yourself, I am proud of you. Forgive you for trusting the wrong person. I thank you for trying again. I love you. Because self-love is not selfish. It is survival. It is healing. It is light in the middle of darkness. When I thought he loved me, I gave him all my heart. Now, I give my heart to myself, and to my daughters, and to the world, and kindness and strength, and hope. My name is Aja. I am 32, and I'm still learning, still growing, still shining. And so can you one day. I sat with my daughters on the roof of our small house. The sun was setting. The sky looked like a painting, orange, pink, and a little gold. We had hot tea in our hands. We were quiet, just watching the sky change colors. Then my youngest asked, Mom, are you happy now? I looked at her. Her eyes were big and honest. She was not asking just to ask. She really wanted to know. I smiled and said, Yes, baby, I am happy now. I am happy because I stopped looking outside for love. I found it right here. I touched my heart, and right here, I said. And I touched her nose. She giggled. My middle daughter said, Sometimes I still think about that man, Armen. I looked at her. Why? I asked. Because he made you sad, she said. And I never want to see you sad again. I pulled her into my arms. Sweetheart, I said, I was sad, yes, but not anymore. You know why? She shook her head. Because sadness also teaches us something. It teaches us to be soft, to be kind, to understand others better. But we must not live inside sadness forever. We must walk through it and come out stronger. She smiled and hugged me tighter. I'm glad you came out, Mom, she whispered. I held her and looked at the sky again. The stars were starting to come out. little by little. One here, one there, quiet, beautiful, and I remembered. Again, I was a star too. Even if someone forgot to look at me, I was still shining dot. I began to write again at night, dot little things, one page every day. One day I wrote, "Today I gave water to a thirsty dog." Next day, "Today I helped an old man cross the road." These were small things, but they were full of love. Love is not always flowers and big words. Sometimes love is silence, a hand on your shoulder, a soft smile, a hot cup of tea made with care. I started giving that love, not just to others, but to myself. I took long showers. I bought myself a soft shawl. I lit a candle before sleeping. All. These small things said to me, "You matter, Aisha." One day, something surprising happened. I was driving my taxi like usual. A young girl got into my car. She looked sad. Very sad. I looked at her from the mirror. "You okay, dear?" I asked. She nodded, but her eyes were red. I drove quietly. Then, after a few minutes, she said, "Can I ask you something?" "Of course," I said. "Have you ever loved someone who didn't love you back?" I smiled gently. "Yes," I said. "I thought he loved me, but he didn't." She nodded. Her lips trembled. "Me too," she whispered. I parked the car on the side for a moment. I turned around and looked at her. "It hurts, doesn't it?" I said. She began to cry. I passed her a tissue. Then I said, "But you will get through this. I promise. You will heal. You will be happy again." She asked, "How do you know?" I pointed to my heart. "Because I did," I said. She smiled. Even through her tears, when I dropped her off, she said, "Thank you. You are the first person who made me feel better." That night, I felt something deep inside my chest. Peace. All that pain I had gone through, it had become a gift. A way to help someone else. Maybe that's what pain is sometimes. A lesson. So we can light the path for others. Weeks pass. Then, one day, I saw Armen again. He was walking on the street. He looked tired, a little older, a little lost. He saw me too. For a second, we just looked at each other. He walked over. "Hi, Aisha," he said. "Hi," I said. "You look happy," he said. "I am," I replied. He nodded slowly. "I made a mistake," he said. I smiled kindly. "I know," I said. He looked down. "I think about you a lot," he said. "About us." I took a deep breath. "I used to think about you a lot too," I said. But then I stopped. Because I realized something. He waited. Realized that someone who really loves me would never leave me. He looked up. His eyes were wet. "I'm sorry," he said. "I forgive you," I replied, "but I don't want to go back." He looked surprised. "I found peace," I said. "I found love inside me, and I'm not going to lose it again." He nodded slowly. "Take care, Armen." I said and I walked away. I did not look back, because I did not need to. That chapter of my life was over. Had written a new one. One where I was not the woman who got left behind, but the woman who rose and walked forward and smiled again. And now, if you are still reading, I want to say thank you. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it gave you strength. I hope it made you feel seen and loved and whole. If you are someone who is hurting right now, please don't give up. Your story is not over. This is just one page. Turn the page. Keep reading. The next part will be beautiful. I promise. And if you want more beautiful stories, more heart-touching moments, please like this and subscribe. Your support means a lot. It gives me the strength to keep writing, to keep sharing, and to keep spreading love and light. Because no matter what happens, love always comes back. In a new way. In a better way. In you.